Well, with Pakistan, you've got to thrive in chaos, and the players do that. The players do that incredibly well. People come and go, regimes come and go, and yet the players are the constant, and the players just seem to get on with it. They understand what the repercussions are. They understand what could happen at any time with Pakistan cricket, and they just keep focused on their own game. So it's nothing new. It'll continue to be there, and that's one of the attractions of it. We always tried to get consistency to the Pakistan cricket team. That was one of my main aims. But society and the regime doesn't breed consistency. So that's why you one day up, one day down. That's just how Pakistan rolls. I do think though that they're a real good chance for this World Cup. I've got a real good feeling about Pakistan.
Why?
Because I think they've got match winners. And if you look through the squad, I quite like the inclusion of Amir and Imad Wasim, two guys that will win games on their day. You then throw in the likes of Fakhar Zaman, Babar Azam, Mohammad Rizwan, Shaheen Shah Afridi, Naseem Shah. It is riddled with match winners. If they get it going, if they get some momentum, I've got no doubt in my mind that they can challenge any team in the competition.
The names you mentioned there, a lot of senior guys they brought back. Amir, Hassan Ali, Imad, Ralph. Some players who hadn't played for quite a while. I know, Azeem, you got some strong feelings on who should and who shouldn't be in this Pakistan World Cup squad.
Yeah, I mean, I slightly disagree with Mickey. I actually think, I remember sort of 18 months ago or so, it was probably the one time you watch Pakistan cricket and you saw a group of players that were really together. They were sort of fighting for each other. And I just think all the upheaval with the captaincy, obviously out of the control of a lot of people, really. It's just got to a point where I'm not sure that Pakistan does have that much of a chance. As Urooj mentioned, when do I remember a Pakistan team where we don't really have any spinners, or performing spinners, and struggle so much against spin? Even the sort of, what's normally a strength is the fast bowling. Shaheen and these guys, it doesn't feel like from afar that they've actually improved or moved forward with their games. But as a team, it can't help that you've brought in guys who have sat on TV for a year and a half and basically gone at the captain constantly, and now he's got to captain them. And I think this Pakistan England T20 series is going to be men against boys, and whether they stick together after that, it's going to be quite interesting to see.
Azeem, are you shocked that Osama Mir's not in the squad?
Oh, massively. I mean, you have your Premier tournament. He's a leading wicket taker. I mean, I'll declare a bias. He's a friend. But actually, I think in T20 cricket, you've got a leg spinner who bowls at a good, strong pace, good height, and is able to hit sixes. In terms of he's the type of cricketer I'm building my team around, to be honest. So to see him left out, I think it just shows Pakistan cricket the inconsistencies of selection and direction. As a player, you want a direction, you want a strategy, and you just want backing. Every different week, you feel like there's a new plan and new players that are going to get backed, and they just don't get backed for long enough.
Urooj, how was the squad received in Pakistan then, particularly bringing back all of these senior players out of nowhere?
Well, I think as Pakistanis, we've got a very, very short memory, and we almost accept stuff how it's presented to us in the now and right now, and how you bundle it and just make it look pretty. There was, however, clear message from the PCB that Imad and Amir are only going to be selected for this T20 World Cup, and that would be it. However, I do sort of echo what Azeem is saying. It's difficult to know exactly how well gelled they are together, considering all the past that has happened while the guys have been away. And Babar, even with the Shaheen captaincy, again, no fault of the players and stuff, but I would like to hope that they've put all of it behind them. Because, like Mickey said, it's part and parcel of how we live and play the game. Every day is different. One day you're friends, the other day you're sort of slagging each other off on the back of a TV screen. So it's different. But I think the public of Pakistan, looking at in particular Imad's performances, and I tell you, apart from what might have been said on television or not, Imad, I thought I was hard done even last year after the PSL. I thought he warranted a place even then, and I thought he was hard done. And even this year round, his PSL performances, sort of with that middle order finishing role with the bat and sort of being able to bowl with the new ball and in the middle, I thought he definitely deserved a selection based primarily on his form even last year and this year as well. So I think just the way Imad shaped up, not quite sure how Amir will fit in, considering Naseem and Shine have been so good of late in that combination. So it's a bit of a mixture even back home in Pakistan as to how this is going to fare out. Because if it doesn't, there'll be very clear fingers pointing to obvious suspects, right?
Yeah. Well, Mickey, what surprised you about the squad?
Osama Mir, he certainly surprised me. I thought going to the West Indies and America, you would take him. I like him. Azeem spelt it out, and I think he spelt it out perfectly right. He bowls with really good pace. He's a little bit quicker than a guy like Shadab. He turns the ball. He's got a good googly, and he's a decent batter at the back end. So that certainly surprised me with the conditions that they're going to face. Just in terms of what Azeem and Urooj have touched on, Imad is a match winner, for me, no doubt. And I think an attack of Shaheen, Amir, Naseem Shah is right up there as good as you can get. There are always differences within any Pakistan team. I saw it at the 50 over World Cup, and that was one of the things that probably disappointed me, was that the guys had kind of grown from boys to men from the time that I'd coached them in 2019, and some of them had pretty big egos, which needed to be nourished every day. But that's part and parcel of them growing up. That's part and parcel of them maturing as cricketers. Once they get on the cricket field, they are very unified. So whatever happens off the field, once they get on the field, they are driven by trying to make Pakistan proud. I have never seen a more sort of fighting unit that fights for a country like Pakistan, and that is one thing that really unifies them. So I've got no doubt that they will put that all to bed. And in the best teams in the world, there's never complete harmony. There's always people challenging each other within that dressing room. And as long as they challenge without going outside the boundaries, that drives high performance. That drives the cutting edge that all coaches and all teams are looking for. Providing that is kept under control, I think they will channel that hopefully into some success.
What about the captaincy issue, Mickey? Shaheen was only there for a few games. Babar's brought back. How do you think that was handled, and do you think it was the right decision?
Look, I think it was an absolute mess, to be brutally honest. It was a shambles. Once that decision was made to go with Shaheen, they probably should have stuck with it. Now, Barber is very influential in the dressing room, as he would be. He's, I think, in my opinion, the top 5 batsmen in the world. So the top 5 batsmen in the world have a streak of selfishness about them, because they have to. That's what makes them special. And it's how he channels that and gets the best out of his players. We sat numerous times in the 50 over World Cup, myself, Barber, the senior players, and discussed the direction we wanted the team to go. And I felt at that point we had ultimate buy-in. I felt it at that point. Teams, yes, they bitched and moaned at times about Barber, but once they got on the field, he was their leader, and they definitely followed him. But the whole scenario around that was a shambles, as many things in Pakistan cricket unfortunately are.